She stopped waiting for permission. She stopped shrinking her voice. And instead of asking, "Will they choose me?" she asked, "Why wouldn't I choose myself first?" This is the rise of the woman who chooses herself. And once she does, she never goes back. There's a global movement quietly but powerfully unfolding. It's not loud, it's not chaotic, it's a revolution that begins in silence, in the still moment when a woman finally says, "No more. No more waiting to be loved to feel worthy. No more seeking validation to feel seen. No more molding herself to fit into a box she never belonged in." The modern woman is not rising with rage, she's rising with clarity. Clarity that she doesn't need to be chosen, rescued, or fixed. She's choosing herself, entirely, unapologetically, and that changes everything. So how do you know when a woman has chosen herself? Watch closely. She stops over-explaining. She takes her time to respond instead of reacting. She spends more time with her journal than with her phone. She sets boundaries and honors them, without guilt. She's okay with disappointing others if it means not abandoning herself. Her standards rise quietly. Her peace becomes her priority. This woman doesn't need to scream her worth. Her energy says it for her. For centuries, women have been conditioned to give until there's nothing left. To serve, to soothe, to sacrifice. But here's the truth no one wants to say out loud. A woman who is burned out, drained, and disconnected from herself can't be her most powerful version. Choosing yourself isn't selfish, it's sacred. Because when you're full of your own light, you don't just shine, you ignite others too. Choosing yourself isn't a single act, it's a daily devotion. And you know, it's not always glamorous, it's not bubble baths and candles. Sometimes it's doing the inner work that hurts but heals. Here's how to begin. Genuinely say what you really feel, even if your voice shakes. Silencing your truth for the comfort of others only deepens the disconnection. Start asking, "What do I want?" Not, "What will make them stay?" Reclaim your desires, your joy, your yes and your no. Learn the art of sacred solitude. Alone doesn't mean lonely. It means listening to your own soul without noise. Protect your peace like a queen guards her throne. Your mental and emotional health isn't optional. It's the foundation. Let go of people who only love the weak version of you. If they need you to be small to feel big, they don't belong in your life. Make decisions from alignment, not approval. Your intuition is wiser than any outsider's opinion. Forgive yourself for the years you abandoned your own voice. You didn't know better. Now you do. Let's be honest. A woman who has chosen herself becomes unstoppable. She no longer craves empty compliments. She's too focused on becoming what she once begged for. She doesn't settle for crumbs. She builds her own feast. She doesn't wait to be saved. She creates her own wings. And when one woman rises in self-respect, she gives silent permission to others. You can rise too. This is the revolution. Not in anger, not in rebellion, but in sovereignty. Maybe today's the day you stop ghosting your own potential. Maybe it's time you stop calling it loyalty when it's really self-abandonment. Maybe it's time you leave the rooms that ask you to hide your fire. Maybe it's time you come home to yourself. Say it with me. I choose me. Not because they didn't, but because I finally remembered I was never meant to be forgotten. The rise of the woman who chooses herself isn't loud. It's not messy. It's sacred. And when she rises, she doesn't ask for a seat at the table. She builds her own. If this message awakens something deep inside you, you're not alone. There are millions of women just like you, rebuilding themselves piece by powerful piece. Drop a comment with the words, "I choose me," to remind yourself and every sister watching that your rise has already begun. Like, share, subscribe, not just to support this channel, but to support yourself. Because every time a woman chooses herself, she chooses a better world for us all.